is my documentation of Fairingmaster fairings going on an RC-51. This is the current 2006 one that I'm working on. These have some cheap ones as well. As you can see, they're scratched up there. Doesn't fit right here. Like I said, these are the old ones. This side doesn't look too bad until you get back here, and it's got a monster crack back here. So they're all going to get taken care of. The new fairings have all dark gray lettering here, and down there, I'll show them in a little bit. Here, the new fairings do not have this RC-51 on it, so I did have that made for me, and they will be sent out. The tank will also be redone. I'm going to have gray wings. It's going to be all black. It'll get all fixed up with this dent on the other side. Fairingmaster also comes with this nice little kit right here, showing it's got all the bolts and stuff like that. I'm going to try to use some from the current bike and go from there. I did also purchase from Amazon, I think about 11 bucks, an 800 piece Teflon washer assortment in case I needed some extra washers. So that's where that'll go, and I'll document as I'm doing piece by piece. I did want to show what I got from Fairingmaster. I got a smoked screen. I got the two side pieces. See how it's in gray here. It's pretty decent paint, so that's good. Took me almost 3 months to the day to get it in. Front fender. Here's that rear piece. The front cowl. I got that. This is the piece that goes on here, and if you want your seat, I think I'm going to do this. I'm going to put this on here because I don't want the rear seat. I just got to put a screw through here, and I'm trying to maybe think of putting a thumb screw, but I don't know how I'm going to do that so I can get in there. The undertail kit, which I probably am not going to use. This thing that goes in the middle of the cowl, and then that front air dam piece. They also gave me this for free when I ordered it, but like I said, almost exactly 3 months to the date, and we will see how it goes and go from there. Like I said, I will document when I'm doing piece by piece, so I can have evidence of what I needed to do, and hopefully this will help make an educated decision for me. All the pieces off. I'm going to do the front cowl piece first. This is the old one that came off. See, it's got the white on it. Can't really tell in the pictures, but this is a real different shade. This is a really cheap plastic. It looks like someone tried to repair there. One of the knobs got broke off there. But this old one did not have this piece that came with the new one. Remember, I showed this piece earlier. This piece went in pretty easily for the new one. Thanks to Scott Wolf, I got the nice RC-51 gray vinyl stickers put on. I have on mine, I have aftermarket LED blinkers. I will bring them in here shortly, and I'll put the LED blinkers on and then mount the headlights on, and then this should be ready to go back in. But so far, no surprises yet. Okay, I have the front piece now put together with my lights. You can see it just a little off there on each side, but I don't know if it's the lights or not because these are aftermarket LED blinkers. Little bit of a fitment right here, but I'm not going to complain about that. The lights themselves, they all 3 holes on each light fit in perfectly. There was no modification needed for that. This is for my blinkers. The fitment on the front for the headlights, though, little off. I don't know if you can see it. This one's bottom here comes out a little bit. This one isn't like perfect in here. I mean, they're not perfect, but for what I'm using it for, it'll be fine. You can see it's just a little off. They're just a little off. They're not, like I said, 100% perfect, but then again, it's not a $1,000 cowl piece either. So the color looks pretty good. Like I said, that fitment looked pretty good going in. I will then go ahead and put it on here, see if all of this fits in nicely, and go from there, and I'll let you know what kind of issues I have fitting it on the front of the bike. Now, there's the front piece in, and if I look, this looks like it lines up right here, just a little bit off, but that's not a big deal. On this side, these lined up nicely, no modifications needed there. Same with this one. And this, you can see, I don't know if you can see in there, but that lines up real nice there. So it lined up real nice, looks pretty good. This came in real nice. The hood screen, or the windscreen, came in real nice. However, this is the old screen. When you take it out, it had these rubber grommets in all 6 of these holes right here. And this kit did not come with those rubber grommets. So I pulled them off of the old one. You see them in here. Boom, boom. There's 6 of them. And I put them on the new windscreen, and it bolted it right up. So looks like it went in pretty good. Nothing unusual yet. But of course, as we all know, the side fairings mounting up to this with that stupid front dam that's a pain in the butt to put on, that's where I think the modifications are going to come in. But we will take that as it comes and see what happens. But otherwise, so far with the front cowl, I'm happy with how it performed. So let's get to some side pieces. Okay, got the left side cowl piece on. It's a little off, but like I said, for what I'm using it for, it's not a big deal. But these match nicely. This matched nicely. This one I had to modify a little bit down here. The back one matched nicely. This one, the kit that I got did not come with this. It's one of those quick screws in there. It did not come with that, so I had to take this off of the old one, and I drilled the hole out a little bit more so this would go in through there, and then it fit in nicely. And like I said, I had to modify that back one and go from there. That's this hole here, that quick screw. The back of the old one has the heat shield on it, so I put the heat shield on that one. And also it had these, and I'll show you where those go. I didn't like these. The kit came with those, but it also came with these, and I did these instead of these. Where that goes is these 2 places right here. They had the little rubber push thing in there, and instead of doing that, I just put those J-clips, or whatever you want to call them, on this thing back here and here. Made it a lot easier to put on. So that's one thing that I did. Do whatever you want to do with that, but otherwise it's coming together. It's looking good. Now next part is that air dam in front and the other side. Okay, got the right side on. Same issues as the left side. This I had to drill out a little bit. That one went in nicely. Everything else went in fairly nice. I put those little metal J-hooks on the back of that, just like the other side. This came in pretty nice, no modifications there. You know, if you look at the lines, you know, it's not totally symmetrical. This is probably a better way to look at it. See how it's really hit here and it's open a little bit there. It's not 100% perfect, but you know, it's a little wider here, a little narrower there. But like I said, for the price of the plastics, I'm not going to complain. They went on very easily. They look nice. They're shiny. 2 things on the back here. You have to drill a hole for that push pin, and don't do what I do, because there's 2 push pins that you're supposed to go underneath here. and there's no hole on the inside tab for that. So I will, actually I'm going to, without taking these off, I'm going to get a right angle drill and I will push those pins in there. But otherwise, that left side is pretty good and it's all taken care of. So the only thing I have left is the front fender and the back cowl piece. So I will do the fender next, since that will complete the front end, and we'll go from there. Alright, front fender went on actually very nicely. Both of those are no modifications, the same on the other side, so that went in really nice. No grinding or anything like that. This back piece also went on fairly nicely. This hole and this hole on the other side, I just had to Dremel out a little tiny bit just so the screw would go in straight. But otherwise, this went in, bottom went in straight, seat went on nice. So everything went on there. I'm not going to put that undertail piece in because if you see I've got different stuff on mine there. But everything looks like it went in nicely. Okay for my taste anyway. I'm not 100% perfect person, so that was there. I'm not going to put the seat on. I have a rear seat for this, but I wasn't going to put it on. I want to put this on, but this is what came with it. If you notice, there's no stuff to strap it down, but it did come with this hole right here and a tab right here. So I think what I'm going to do is, if you look at that, that'll sit pretty nicely right there. I have these things, and I'll show you when I put it in, but I want to put one of these on. It's like a computer T-screw. You just screw it in. That and one of these, like an M slot or a T slot. What I think I'm going to do is drill a hole here, put that T-slot underneath here and epoxy it, so I can just put a thumb screw on here and off. That way I can get into this without any kind of tools, because, you know, my insurance registration, you know how that goes, is in there. But that way I can get that off without any issues. I'll try and see what happens with that, and then I will post that up after everything's all back in on the bike, and then I guess I'll go from there. Alright, everything was done now. This is the end of the review for Fairingmaster. However you want to, if you want to order them, if you don't want to order them, I can give you the link, but it's fairingmaster.com. Like I said, they are about $400 shipped. They're not the OEM. They don't fit perfectly. This back piece, I couldn't put the screw in, so I put a push pin in there, but I can easily push that out with a key and pull that out if I need to. Fit pretty decently. Everything is all set there. The only thing I don't like is it does sit high here. I might figure out something like that down the road, but like I said, I'm not a perfectionist when it comes to looks. I'm more of I like to ride it, and obviously this gas tank is a huge eyesore because it doesn't match, but I do have a paint guy next week. He's going to take the whole tank, strip it down, fix this dent, this scratch. It's just going to be all black. I'm going to paint it all black and then put the gray wings on each side, and then it'll be done. And I think it'll look a lot cleaner once that is all black, because then this will be all black and this will be the gray, however you want it. But that's my review of Fairingmaster fairings. Like I said, not perfect, but I've had worse, and I think for the price they look pretty decent. And you know, from a distance and as a riding bike, not as a show bike, it'll be a good bike. All right, if you have any questions, don't hesitate to post any comments.